Welcome back to more adventures with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Stu Jones here and Ryan McCoy here in the Florida Powerboat Club studios in Pompano Beach. And it is the first event where we are going to leave the beautiful state of Florida and head to the state of Alabama for the third annual Orange Beach Powerboat Week presented by the Wharf. And we are so happy to be returning to the Wharf. It is the ultimate poker run venue for so many reasons, and you guys are about to find out why. And this is a very unique event format that is becoming very popular with our participants, where we spend a lot of time boating in eastbound back to Florida for a fun day on Friday with lots of cool waterfront places to stop along the way. We have a big party at the Wharf, and then again on Saturday we do it, but this time in a westbound direction down towards Mobile Bay and back through the Gulf coastal waters. So we all enjoyed great boating by day and awesome parties by night. It's all right here on this Orange Beach Powerboat Week event. So before we get started, let's thank our sponsors. Our 2022 series sponsors include Blackwater Boats and their sister company Deep Impact Custom Boats and their authorized sales center Plantation Boat Mart, Mystic Powerboats, Cigarette Racing Team and their authorized sales center Top Gun Yachts, Cigarette Dealer Chief Marine Group, Midnight Express Powerboats, Big Thunder Marine, Concept Boats, Performance Boat Center, Mercury Racing, and Florida Powerboat Club's longest running sponsor, Nortec High Performance Boats. And very special recognition to these additional sponsors. First of all, the Orange Beach Powerboat Week is presented by the Wharf, and we've had joining us for 2 years in a row now, Alicomp Insurance, and Grander Marine, and this year, special guest, the TUTZ Powerboat Club from Texas are here to join us. So this is going to be an enjoyable start to what will become a 3-day weekend for most, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, probably trailering out on Sunday. And this is kind of what it looks like when you're arriving into Orange Beach along the coastal highway as we catch up now with this 40-foot MTI, Tom Abraham's boat, and he and his son Wes are going to be here for their first time at Orange Beach. And there's that Orange Beach water tower as we roll into town. And of course now the Wharf, and this is why we love the Wharf. It is the ideal poker run venue because it has acres and acres of open space, lots of rooms to park the trucks and trailers, and lots of boat ramps nearby too. So this is one of the facilities that makes it easy for a poker run organizer. Yeah, that's me, guys. And that's why I love it, because they roll into town, they got a chance to go through the motors, check things over, uncover the boats, and get the toys off the trailer and out of the truck. And this is why that extra day really makes it nice. And remember that once you get unloaded, you're going to stay unloaded for the whole weekend, because everything you need is right here at the Wharf, including your lodging, your docking for the boat on floating docks for the most part, fuel, and all of your entertainment, all of your activities regarding the poker run are right here on site. And then once you get everything ready, of course, the launching, you have a number of choices. If you don't want to get your trailer wet, you can head to one or two of the local marinas, which has forklifts and, of course, travel lifts to get you in the water. And there's several boat ramp choices now. In fact, a brand new boat ramp located just over the bridge from the Wharf was being built at the time we arrived. They had one ramp open. They were still under construction. But going forward into 2023 and our next visit here, that boat ramp is completely operational, and you don't even need to leave your equipment there, because all you've got to do is drive back over the bridge and park everything at the Wharf. No extra charge for that. It's all included with your registration here at this event. Now, I was really happy that we got the photo and video crew here. Ryan and Eric Kristen came in from Destin, Fort Walton to join us, and they got here a day early, so they had a chance to just kind of follow some of the teams around and watch everybody get launched. And I think this is a great learning experience for anybody who's thinking about doing this event in the future. And you just walk you through the paces here and give you all of the options of what you need to do to prepare. So, you know, when I have people call me at the club office or send me an email and say, Stu, tell me, what's this Orange Beach Powerboat Week like, and you know, what do I need to know? Well, I just tell them, go ahead and watch the video, and you'll pretty much learn everything you need to. Here we are now at Sportsman Marina, which is actually the sales center for Grander Marine. Of course, they have their own headquarters down the street where they sell and service Fountain and Invincible brands, among others. But here at Sportsman, you can see they've got a big forklift, and they've got the expertise to get a boat into the water. In this case, this 388 Skater Team Relentless is on a tilt trailer, and of course the owner does not want to get this trailer wet, especially with salt water. And this is an offloading procedure that is often done with a travel lift, but for the wider boats, these big cats, you can use a conventional, Taylor or Wiggins forklift to get the boats unloaded. And if any marina will do this, that's a real bonus. And it just so happens the guys at Sportsman are well qualified to do this. I'm not sure what the rate is, but it sure is better than getting salt water all over that tilt trailer. Don't want to mess with that later. So they're going to get him into the water. Now we're about 3, maybe 4 miles away from the wharf, so it wasn't like it was a big trip to come over here and get this skater launched today. So this is the ideal situation for any incoming powerboat teams that do not want to get saltwater exposure on their trailers. And for those of us, all of us really, who enjoy high dollar, high performance machinery, it doesn't get much better than this Skater 388. Now we're going to take a closer look, and there's those Mercury Racing 1100s. And the man who's in charge of all this commotion today, well, none other than John Teague himself, somebody that's been around the club for a very, very long time, and a guy who knows everything that needs to be known about maintaining these high dollar, high performance machines. And for everybody else, we've got 3 boat ramp options. This one's about a mile away from Sportsman. You can see Sportsman across the bay, actually. This is the Orange Beach boat ramp. It's at the end of Marina Drive, and it's a great location, really, from here. Just a putt-putt right to the inlet out into the Gulf Coast waters, and about a maybe 20-minute ride back to the wharf through the intracoastal waterways. It's got 2 big boat ramps here and a nice entry. Not the greatest parking, though. You can see that it's an older ramp. It's designed for much smaller trailers, so we don't like to leave our equipment here at the ramp. It gets very congested on the weekends, so we're going to suggest that you have somebody that can drive the boat back over to the wharf, and someone bring the truck and trailer back over and park it for the weekend. You're not going to need it for the next 3 days. And I'm guessing that not many of us will actually use this ramp going forward, because we have that new county ramp right across the bridge from the wharf, and that's the ramp that most of us will use going forward for the years to come. And there's your money shot, guys, the entrance to the wharf, and you're about to find out why this is not only a great place for a poker run, but it really is an entertainment complex, fun for all of the family, all ages, for so many reasons. But it's a beautiful piece of property too, and the Farr family have done a fantastic job of really restoring, maintaining, and adding on to it. It just keeps getting better here year after year. This is our 3rd year doing the event now at Orange Beach, and we look forward to many years ahead because the facility is so well suited to this type of event. And they have things going on here all the time, especially marine related events. They have a huge fishing tournament, billfish tournament. They have all kinds of family events, conventions, boat shows. There's a convention center right there beside the hotel. And now we're joining another team. Looks like Mikey Boyle with his 34-foot Pilini. He came all the way up from Cape Coral, Florida. So, about a 600, 700-mile road trip with this red Pilini cat to come up for the weekend. And from here, he'll probably be heading up to New Jersey for the summer months. There's a nice shot of the marina. You can see that it's all floating dock, and they've reserved some space for us. They try to fit us in wherever they can. Kind of an eclectic mix of boats here, too. Sailboats and yachts of all sizes, sport fishing yachts. Looks like Mikey has made his way into the water as he's backing into his slip. But you can see this is a very desirable docking situation because you got floating docks. You've got a very, very protected marina. A lot of staff here, a lot of help. You've got a fuel dock there off in the background. And there's the hotel, the Spring Hill Suites there. So you can get a room that overlooks the marina and pretty much keep your eye on your boat 24/7 when you're not out boating. And that's kind of a comforting thing for a lot of us to know that our boats are safe. And along with our luxurious condominiums right on property, this is the Spring Hill Suites, where we will conduct a lot of our activities. That was the FPC shuttle that was pulling up, and that shuttle will be available to run people throughout the property because it is a very large property here at the wharf, and walking it'll wear you out. And with most of our teams in place here at the wharf now on Thursday evening, we move over to the Heron House, and this is where we hosted the Miss Powerboat Week contest. That's an annual event, a great way to kick off the poker run. Guys, guess what? We're going to save that to the end of the show because we got more poker run activity to show you as we kick off the Friday morning agenda and the first run for the weekend. And it's a beautiful May morning here. Friday is going to be the kickoff day for the Poker Run agenda, which is a 2-day format now. And the reason for that, well, we'll get into that as we proceed with the show. And once again, we have exceeded the 50 boat quota, 55 registered Poker Run teams from all over the United States, and a real nice mix of power boats, everything from outboard center consoles to high performance V-bottoms and catamarans. So really a nice variety of high performance hardware is showing up here at the Wharf that are going to take part in today's run. And today's run is going to be an eastbound run to Pensacola, which is going to put us out into the Gulf Coast waters and really give us a chance to stretch the legs of these high-performance machines like this 48-foot MTI that came from Texas. So we're giving everyone really a nice long course on the Friday run. And for us, it's a better situation because on a Friday, there's less congestion on the waterways. A lot of the public local boaters are not out because it's not the weekend. So this is good for us, especially in a poker run format when you have these big MTIs and big cigarettes and boats that like running close to 100 miles per hour out on these open waterways. And I think that's what attracts us to poker runs, is the fact that you can get together with these like-minded, passionate people who love their high-performance boats and get out into a safe environment and run a course and have a great day of boating on the water, but a safe day of boating. So naturally, we can never let down our guard on safety. We have to be messaging constantly, and we continually have these captains meetings at every big event before we get out on the waterways, and I think that's important. And this Orange Beach Powerboat Week venue here at the Wharf is unique in that you have everybody on site. So logistically, it's easier to get everybody together in one place at one time. So we arrange breakfast every morning, and we make that a sponsor opportunity. The Friday morning breakfast is sponsored by Bent Marine, and this gives us a chance to also host a captain's meeting and go over the important details about the poker run course and review the safety guidelines with everybody, just in case they forgot. And for those of you who are new to the sport or have not attended a Florida Powerboat Club event, the key bullet points of those safety guidelines are pretty common sense things like mandatory wearing of life jackets. You got to wear PFDs. You're in a high performance boating situation. That is paramount to the safety of you and your crew. The other thing, of course, is no alcoholic beverages. You're not allowed to drink on the boat as a driver, and that also goes for a co-driver. And we'd like to remind everybody who is a crew member that drinking should be done in moderation for many reasons, in case there's any incidents on the course that need to be addressed. And you're a crew member that's able-bodied, can always help. And that is our lovely Miss Amber, who's assisting me with the captain's meeting. She's in charge of arranging all of our staffing and the Miss Powerboat Week contest. So if you enjoy that show, you can thank her. And this outdoor venue seems really nice. But guys, that was a one-shot deal. Next year, we're going to be back inside at Dick's Last Resort, which was formerly the Port. And the fun is about to begin now as we start the Friday run, handing off the first poker cart here at the Wharf with two of our lovely FPC girls getting set here. That was Kevin Kurkowski and Team GRASSY, a 35-foot fountain. And another wide shot here from the GoPro, Stephen and Casey Head pulling up to the dock in their 353 Formula Fast Deck. They're locals here in Alabama. And the lovely Candace to pick up the cart, her and her husband Matt here from Panama City joining the heads here on the run today. This is Team TUTZ, and she's a classic 2000 model year 353 Formula. She's as good as new. And you're going to see a lot of fountains on this run. This is James Furlow in his 34-foot fountain, Twin Mercury Verado 400s, team number 34. And they have just got their first poker card getting ready to run today. Of course, Grander Marine is the local dealer for Fountain, and we're going to see a few of the boats from the Grander team here on this event, and we can thank them for joining us once again as a feature sponsor. And that's the shot we're looking for. The lovely Caitlin and Sandra joining us here, our FPC girls, with a nice close shot. We've got our big camera on the dock now as Jack and Kay Stewart pull up, another team from Panama City Beach. They're in the RV business. Team Blue Bayou is a 32-foot Doug Wright cat, and that's a pair of Mercury Racing 400Rs. What a nice package. And nice to see JT and Brenda Byrne back here. This is a regular event for them in Burning Daylight. 34-foot Nortex center console. They came all the way from Galveston, Texas, and they said the week before they were actually at the Tikva, which is in Louisiana. So that makes it back-to-back weekends for the Byrnes. And let's give it up for Patrick and Kristen McCarty, Team Post Call, all the way from Louisiana in their brand new Nortex 392. And a very special welcome to John and Connie Fahmy from Georgia, and now actually from Marietta, Florida, where they have a second home. This is their Sensation 34 CCX, and it's their second time in a row here at Orange Beach. They are regulars at the Emerald Coast Powerboat Week, which happens in September, but they said they love this event and plan on returning next year. And it's another team from Georgia. This is Bill and Jen Howell in their 34-foot Nortec. They've been here before, and they're back again. They said last year the event was great, but this year it was even better because the weather gods were on our side. No kidding, huh? And it's another Nortec as Jason and Tiffany, you will pull up in Team Bad Addiction, a 34 Nortec with triple Merc 350s. They traveled 400 miles to join us. It's their second time attending the Orange Beach Powerboat Week. They love the location. Love the boat, man. Looks great. And let's say hi to the lovely Miss Natalie, who's first mate here on this 30-foot Spectre Team Bad Decisions. Boyfriend John Wittenberger Jr., they're from New Jersey. They've been on this event before, but it's the first time bringing the 30 Spectre, and they are looking sharp today. And the FPC girls are looking fine today as they hand off now to Team GLASSTREAM from Dothan, Alabama, headed up by Cruz Rutherford, the CEO and president of the company. This is a GLASSTREAM 360 LS, a new model from GLASSTREAM. Nice to see a local boat builder here at the Orange Beach event. Now let's welcome Charles Clark and his crew. Oh, and a very lovely crew it is in their red bikinis. We Be Trippin' all the way from Texas. One of the many teams joining us from the TUTZ Powerboat Club. This is a 2016 36-foot deep impact open model powered by 350 Verados. What a great poker run machine. And it's another team from Texas, Justin DiGiovanni with his beautiful first mate, Jesse, picking up the card here for their 34-foot Pilini Cat. Talk about last minute. Justin decided Thursday night at 5 o'clock that they wanted to join the poker run, got on the road, and here they are Friday morning starting the run. Let's say hi now to Brandon Seeger's Team BUYOUT. This is a 43-foot DONZI. Got some big power, Mercury Racing 700s. They mixed it up over the weekend. Today, Friday, is family day. They have their kids Landon and Madison on board for the ride. Now let's welcome Kyle Horton and his crew from Texas. 382 Formula Team, Strip It Down. And this is a model that has stood the test of time, the 382. It's been around for over 2 decades, but not this one. It looks brand new. That's because it's about a 2017 model, one of the last 382s. He's got that M8 emblem on the back. Means he's got some pretty big power. And let's say hi again to Chris and Beth Giroux in this 38-foot Fountain Mercury Racing 700. It's got some big power. They've been here every year, so welcome back. And it's that time of day again, guys. It's time to fly here as we hit the Jack Edwards military base, also an FBO. So we've got our helicopter based here, and we're going to be flying with an R-44 helicopter, substantially smaller than this U.S. Army Chinook. And there's the money shot, guys. That is the reason we love the Wharf. What an amazing venue. Just everything you need here on one footprint, one piece of property, including that huge marina. And that is exactly where this event is starting today as we get the last card. That's actually Paul Bertucci, Team Beer Money. Looks like he just picked up his card. As we're going to now just head out and kind of putt-putt a little bit along the Intracoastal Waterway, heading to these beautiful Gulf Coast waters now. And we are going to skip the poker card handoff number 2 now and get right out into the Gulf Coast waters and chase down our poker run teams as we hit the throttles and head eastbound to Pensacola Beach. So now we're joining Tom and Wes Abraham, who came up from South Florida. Actually, they're a family from Long Island, but they've relocated to South Florida, have been in the club for a very long time. And kind of funny that Dad has owned a lot of cigarettes over the years, but technically this boat belongs to Son West, now a 40-foot MTI. I call it a 42, but technically it is called a 40 1075, so that's a classic Mercury Racing big V8. And I know that they're probably high-fiving each other right now. They came 700 miles to have some fun, and they're having their fun right now. And we all know that the Cats are going to be the front runners today on these coastal waters, as we're now catching up with this 388 skater, Shane Guidry from Louisiana. He's got John Teague, his crew chief, on board today. They're having a nice ride with this skater that's powered by Mercury Racing 1100s. Seems to be the engine of choice for most of these Skater 388 models, which I believe is probably the most popular skater model at the present time. We've got a lot of them in the club, and many of them running this very same power plant. And one of the biggest features of those Mercury Racing 1100s is that you can run them on pump fuel. That's right, guys, 90 octane, no problem for this Mercury Racing 1100. And it's another big cat. This time it's a 48 MTI, the biggest cat that's registered here for this run. Kenny Armstrong from Texas here in Team Phantom, a boat that almost all of us have seen on the poker run circuit over the years. And can you believe this? In the video bio, he states that it's a 2012 that was completely redone in 2020. I can't believe that this boat is already 10 years old. That is truly amazing. It's Kenny's second year in a row here for the Wharf, and he says what keeps him coming to these poker runs is all the camaraderie and friends that he meets through the club. So, Kenny, we love you, man. Thanks for joining us again. And we're still with the cats. This time we're going from 48 all the way down to 30-foot Team Bad Decision, 30 Spectre cat, pair of Mercury Racing 300s. And yes, Johnny Jr. has got this thing, whoa, dialed in today, getting a lot of air here. First mate Natalie riding on board. She's got a big grin on her face. She's not scared. She's done this before, not her first rodeo. And John Wittenberger Jr. and his dad, John Sr., have been in the club for as long as I can remember. When they're not in the Spectre, they're running Dad's 39-foot cigarette center console. And the cat play continues. That's right, it's another cat. This time it's a 34-foot Pilini Marine. Mikey Boyle from Cape Coral, Florida, and from New Jersey, making this a transition run as he joins us here at Orange Beach, Alabama. Going to be trailering the boat north from here, heading up to New Jersey for the summer months. I know that this is probably going to be the last time we see this 34 Pilini, and I may have told you that in the last event, the Tampa Bay Poker Run, but indeed, here he is in Orange Beach, because I know he's got a 39-foot MTI coming soon. He's going to take delivery over the summer months. What a great shot here in Orange Beach. Oh my God, it's a V-bottom. Stephen and Casey Head leading the charge in their Formula 353 Fast Tech, and it's a big celebration for this couple who hail from Alabama. It's their happy anniversary weekend, May 14th, and Stephen wants us all to hear him say, "Casey, thanks for putting up with me all these years." And they've always said they love the boating, but it's the people that keep them coming back. They meet so many new friends here on these FPC events. And of course, we got to get back to the cats again. This is a 32-foot Doug Wright, Jack and Kay Stewart from Panama City Beach, Team Blue Bayou. These 32-foot Doug Wrights actually have a lot of them in the club. This one powered by 400s, but more recently they're putting the 300R on this boat and getting great performance numbers, a lot of bang for the buck. And keeping up with the cats now, Chris and Brandy Humphrey all the way from Texas in their MTI 390X powered by Mercury Racing 450Rs. Look at the color, coordinating colors on the side of the boat, the graphics, and on the engines. Of course, these are Texas A&M alumni. So those of you who follow your teams know this boat is painted in the Texas Aggie colors. This couple are regulars with the club. They came all the way from Houston, and they love meeting new people, enjoying time on the water. Yeah, it looks like Justin has got Team Ginger aired out, that 34 Pilini cat. This one also with Mercury Racing 400Rs. First mate Jesse riding along board, and this is the couple that decided the night before to get on the highway at 5 o'clock from Texas and make their way driving through the night. Somehow they managed to get here safely, and here they are on the water today, making the run and looking great as we head eastbound to Pensacola. Oh boy, another V-bottom. Team Grassy 35-foot Fountain, Kevin Krakowski. Another team came all the way from Texas, and a guy who's really fallen in love with the Gulf Coast waters here. Has done the Emerald Coast Poker Run a whole bunch of times, but happy to join us here now at the Orange Beach event for his very first time. This one's a classic, guys. 1997 35 Fountain. It says it's a Lightning. Pretty sure this is an Executioner. And a very cool Outer Limits. I was happy to see this boat back. 51 Outer Limits Team Heart On. James Leger, another one of our teams from Texas. This is a boat that we saw in the club probably 10 years back. It disappeared for a while. Glad to see James at the helm. He's loving the boat. What's not to love? It's 51 feet. It's got a ton of freeboard and over 2,000 horsepower. This boat is giddy up and go with 10 friends on board. And it's another 38-foot fountain. This one, it truly is a Lightning model, a lot newer, bigger power, Mercury Racing 700s. Chris and Beth Giroux from Louisiana, shake and bake. Having a nice day today. They love this event. They keep coming back. Last year they joined us, but they rode with us on Scott Favre's 40-foot Sensation center console. The boat was out with some drive repairs, but she's looking good and running good today. And let's say hi now to Wes Harlow, one of our local teams, another cat. This is a 35-foot DCB, Mercury Racing 700s. And the funny thing about Wes and his team is they're actually going back towards home now. They live in Pensacola, and we're actually headed to Pensacola Beach for lunch. So this is certainly his neck of the woods. He's been around here a bunch and seems to be enjoying this 35 DCB after a complete refit from a year ago when he had a little incident in Tampa. But things are looking good and running good now. This boat was formerly owned by another club member. Good to see it stay in the club. And catching up now with James Furlow from Mississippi in this 34-foot fountain. Looks like a TE model, all rigged out for fishing. Over 24 rod holders. But, of course, today, guys, we're not fishing because we're out here for the poker run. I love the light blue color on the hull sides. Looks like really a Florida boat. What a great-looking ride. And it's another Nortec, a strong representation of the Nortec brand here. Jason and Tiffany Ewell from Texas. Triple Mercury 350 Verados on this 340 model. And they had so much fun in May on the Orange Beach event. We saw them again just a month later. They signed up for the June Bahamas Poker Run. Went all the way to Bimini, Nassau, and Spanish Wells with the club, and they had a blast. So we can't wait to feature some of those little highlights in our future episodes here on our YouTube channel. Well, after some great offshore thrills, we're going to change it up just a little bit here and switch back to the Thursday night party, guys. This Powerboat Week sponsored by Paul Bertucci and Team Beer Money, along with Chad Havens from Team Savage. And between these two guys, they really helped us out big time because we had a big party with an open bar and all of these lovely ladies to entertain us with the Miss Powerboat Week contest. And Miss Amber Content, the organizer and the hostess for this event. And this was a great way to kick off the event on Thursday evening. This segment, guys, is going to be the miniskirt segment, or fashion dress, if you will. No bikinis quite yet. We're going to give the girls to show us their stuff and what they wear when they go out cocktailing. Remember that a lot of these FPC girls are not just here for the show. They're here for the entire weekend to join us for the poker run and hand out those lucky cards. So thanks to Amber and thanks to these beautiful FPC girls, let's enjoy the show here from the Heron House at the Wharf. Well, guys, I think it just keeps getting better here on this Orange Beach Powerboat Week event presented by the Wharf. And last but not least, number 10 is Abby, and she's in a beautiful blue cocktail dress. And as all the ladies are, guys, I really love this cocktail dress segment. I think it's a great way to start out the Miss Powerboat Week contest. And I can really feel the confidence and the energy from our contestants. And that's because you guys made them feel welcome and made them feel special. So thanks for that. I want to thank you for joining us on this episode. It's not going to be over because we got 3 more fantastic episodes ahead. We just had an absolute blast at this event. Remember, it's only Thursday night. We still have more Friday poker run highlights, Friday night party, and of course the Saturday poker run, including all of the awards. It's right here on Florida Powerboat Club's YouTube channel. Guys, you can't afford to miss another episode, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell so you'll get an update every time a new episode is released. Be sure to check out the website at flpowerboat.com for all of the details about upcoming poker run events in 2021, as well as membership information. You can follow us on Facebook at Florida Powerboat Club, and you can follow us on Twitter and on these Instagram pages. Thanks to all of our viewers for your wonderful comments on our page, and you guys know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. But if you have questions or comments you want to direct to me specifically, please use my personal email at stu@flpowerboat.com. I check that daily, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We're going to sign off for now. This is Stu Jones along with our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe on the waterways. Wear your life jackets when the time is right, and always respect your fellow boaters. Bye for now.